Hello and welcome to another lesson in our MS PowerPoint for beginners. And in this lesson, we're going to create a very simple, basic game in MS PowerPoint. Okay, it's going to be very simple for beginners. Now, let's see how it looks like before we go ahead and start creating it. So once we launch it, it gets launched like this. So it says what? Welcome to quiz, or whatever instructions you have, you can go ahead and draft that here as well. It says what? Try to answer all questions. Okay, so now you click on this and then you start quiz. It says what? Start quiz. So there I go with the first question. So say, what is the results of 3 plus 1? So if you sum up 3 plus 1, what should be the results? Okay, so we have the possible answers here. The first one says what? 11, 21, 14, 12. So let me try choosing the wrong answer. Let's see what's going to happen. So once I click on the wrong answer, it redirects me and says what? Wrong answer. So I should retry. So I'll be brought back towards the same question. So let me choose another wrong answer again. Let's see. It says what? Wrong answer. Retry. So I'll retry again. And also I'm back again. So until I choose the correct answer, I can proceed. So let me choose the correct answer now. So once I click on this, it says what? Correct answer. So I can now move to the next question. So it says what? Anything that has weight and occupies space is known as what? Density. We have time, we have matter, we have energy. Okay, we all know the answer here. So let's try choosing the wrong answer here. Let's see, it says time, so it says what? Wrong. Now let's choose the correct answer, which is what? Matter. So choose that and then it goes to the next slide saying what? Correct answer. Next question. Okay, then we come to the next question. It says what? The ability to do work is referred to as what? We all know is energy, right? Click on this, move straight to the next slide. But if you choose the wrong answer, it will redirect you to retry again. Okay, and the last one says what? Computer mouse is not an input device. True, false, all the above, none of the above. Okay, so if you let's try choosing this, it says what? Wrong answer, retry. We all know the mouse is an input device. Okay, so we say false. So once you get there, this is the last question. So it says what? Correct answer. Good job done, congratulations. So once I click on exit, then it will just exit the game. It's going to be very simple and fun. Okay, now there's one thing I would want you to know. This particular application, because we save it in a PowerPoint show, no one can edit it. Okay, no, you can use either the buttons on the keyboard to move to the next slides. Okay, so we'll see how all that has been achieved when we begin creating the application. So now let's quickly delve right into that. So once I click on exit quiz, it's exit. So basically that is that. So now let's start afresh. So we come here and just type PowerPoint. Okay, so we launch it from here. So we would want to create, okay, let me just mark them. We would want to create a blank presentation like this. So we have this. Okay, so basically let's keep it like this for now. So now I need my first slide. Let me just choose it and go for the slide layout. I need a blank slide like this so that I can have my instructions. So I'll go to insert and go to shapes here. And I'll go for these shapes and then just draw a shape here for my instruction. So I just give it something like this open layout here. I would want to give a thick border here. So I'll come here and choose weight and get this. So we have this. So just right click on this and go to edit text and write whatever you want to say. Welcome to quiz. Welcome to quiz. Okay, perfect. So once you are done, you can just select this, go to the home tab, you can change the font size, this, and then you would want to bold it. Welcome to quiz. Basically that is that, and then maybe you would want to bold it, and then you can just select this and duplicate, Control D. Then you can just drag this one to the bottom here, make sure it's in line with this one. So you can just, sorry, let me just undo my action back. So you just click this and select this one here, select this and this, decrease the font size. So let's edit it to something like you try to answer questions. So whatever instructions you have, you're going to just add them here. Okay, so sorry, let me just undo this. So basically that is that. So once you are done with that, now the next thing we need is another slide here. So let's go to new slide and choose a blank slide. Okay, so this slide is going to be the slide for prompting us that we've chosen the wrong answer. Okay, so after selecting a slide, we go to insert shapes. Now let's choose let's go to shapes and choose a rectangle. So let's just click and drag over to get this blue color here. Now let's go to shape fill here and change the color to red. Okay, so now here we want to have another shape here for an instruction to say wrong answer. Okay, so let's do that. So we can just go back to shapes again and select this and just drag this all over here like this. Perfect. Okay, let's put it in the middle. So we can just click this and choose this transparent. We would want to give it a very thick weight border like this. Okay, this cool. So you can just right click and go to edit text and type wrong answer. Okay, wrong answer. Perfect. So you can just select it like this. On the home tab, you choose Times New Roman. You would want to bold it like this, and then you want to increase the font size and then bold it like this. Perfect. So we have that says wrong answer. Sorry, let me just do this. Says what? Wrong answer. So now the next thing we need to do is let's come back to the first slide now and add a shape here which should say something like start quiz. Okay, so to do that we just we go to shapes here, shapes, then we go for this arrow here, then we click, just select this like this. Okay, we would want to keep it like this. Maybe we would want to give it a green color like this. So you just right click and edit text and just type start quiz. Perfect. So just want to select it, go to Times New Roman, and then change that. You would want to bold it and then make it big like this. Perfect. Start quiz. So once we are done, we can just come back here now and add another shape here which says what? Retry. So we go to shapes again, insert, then we come to shapes. So we go for the shape pointing to the left side like this. This will be kind of cool here, so we can just draw this here. Okay, you can just let's make it white, look white like this. So we can just, or should we give it a different color? Okay, let's go to shape fill and give it a color like this. Okay, and then we give it something, right click on it and go to edit text and type retry. Retry. And then the font color, you can just change the font color by selecting it. We go to the home tab and then change this to Times New Roman. You would want to also bold it, and then the font color should be white like this and bold it. Perfect. So this would be retry. Okay, so now we add another slide. So to do that, we come on the home tab, we go to slide, then we get another blank slide here, and this is going to carry our equations now. Okay, so we carry our equations now. So we need a shape like this for our equation. So we go to this, get a shape here, can just draw this like this to get equation. Yeah, so just choose this and that. We want to give it a very thick border, weight, increase the weight of it like this. Okay, so just right click and edit text. So the first question should be something like what is the product of 5 and 5? Okay, something like that. What's the product of 5 and 5? So once you are done with that, you can just select it like this, home tab, Times New Roman. You would want to change this, you would want to maybe increase the font size a bit if you want it that way. So once we are done with that, we can just go ahead and maybe you would want to decrease it a bit here. Perfect. So you can adjust it the way you want. Okay, there's no problem with that. So once we are done, we need another shapes for the possible answers. So to do that, we go to insert again, we come to shapes here, then we go for this shape, then we just draw this now. So we are going to maintain the color of it to be blue. So just right click and edit text. So we want to give our answers here. The first answer I'm going to say maybe 10. So let me just format it. So select it on the home tab. You would want to change the font style to Times New Roman. You would want to bold it a bit like this. So perfect, this looks good. So just select it and Control D to get 4 options. So you can just drag this one and then keep it here. Maybe let it come down a bit. Second one should follow, pursuit. Third one should also follow like that, like this. Okay, we want to adjust them to make sure they have equal stuff. So perfect. So we can edit this now and say 11. Then we can give this one to the correct answer, it will be 25, and then this one you can say 35. Okay, so perfect. So that is that for the first question. So now we need another slide to show that the answer is correct, or correct answer. Okay, so that we can move from that slide to the next question. So to do that, we go to what, let's click on this slide, we go to new slide, then we choose another blank slide. Now we go to insert shapes, then we go for a shape again, like this, a rectangle, then we just select and drag over this. So you go to shape fill, and give it a green color that looks okay, like this green color. This looks good. So we need another shape again for the information in the middle, like this effect. So we would want to go for transparency like this, and also would want to increase the weight, the border of it, like this. Okay, so we can just right click and edit text and type correct answer. Okay, perfect. Once you are done with that, you can just select this, go to the home tab, then you change the font style to Times New Roman. You would want to increase it like this, correct answer, and you would also want to bold it like this. So perfect, this looks good. So now we need another button here to say next question. Okay, something like that. So we go to insert shapes again, get a shape pointing to the right. Okay, so we go for this shape now, just drag it like this here. Perfect. So you can just right click on this. Okay, so why don't you change the color of it? So let's give it a very nice color here, like, okay, giving it a green wouldn't be good, so let's give it something like a white color like this. Okay, so you can just right click on it, go to edit text and say next question. So perfect. So we can just select this. Okay, so whatever color you would want to give to your shapes, you can just do that. Okay, you would want to give it Times New Roman, and then you would want to increase the font size a bit, and you would also want to bold it. So perfect. So we have the next question now. So now what we can do here is to create duplicate of these two slides, and I'll explain why. This one is going to give us copies of our questions. So we select this one, Control D to copy it, and then you can just drag it and make sure you have it before. So click on this one to Control D to duplicate it. So you move this down and move this one. Okay, so after every question we have the prompt which says correct answer. After every question we have the prompt correct answer. So click and duplicate another question again. So based on the number of questions you have, keep doing that. So we duplicate and then make sure we have the correct answer following the question like this. So we just drag this one like this here. So question, correct answer, question, correct answer, in that order. Okay, so let me have the last question, so you can add more questions the way you would want it. Okay, so let me just drag this one and then leave it here. Now I need the last correct answer with a different instruction here. So let me just drag it like this. We'll bring it to the bottom here. So here this will be my last slide, which will say the game is over or the quiz has come to an end with some instructions or whatever. Okay, so I'll just say correct answer. Then after that, let me duplicate this slide. So Control D, this shape rather, and then I would want to bring it here down here. I would want to select the texts, and then on the home tab I would want to decrease the font size and then maybe unbold it. So I'll just say good job done. Okay, good job done, something like that. Okay, then I'll say congratulations. Okay, congratulations. Perfect. So I want to have this. Perfect. So with that I can just get this particular shape here and change the color to red. Go to format tab and then fill to red. Then I can just change the text here. Then the font should be white. Then I'll say exit quiz. Perfect. So perfectly executed. So now we are done with our slides now. So now we need to edit our questions and begin linking the slide from one slide to another. So to start with, let's go for the first question, which is what we want. So we move straight to the second question now. Okay, the second question, just select it and then you can say that which of the following is not an input device. Okay, which following, It's not an input device. Perfect. Let's have this equation mark here. So here I can just give a possible answer. So to do that, just select this. I'll say mouse, and I'll say monitor, and I'll say keyboard. Say keyboard, then I'll say something like light pen. Perfect. So I have this now. So what I'm going to do right now is let me just go ahead and edit the next question. So this is the question 2. Let me quickly go to the third question. If you like, you can number the questions as well. You can. So let me just choose the first one. Right click to edit text here like this. Okay, so we can do that and see. So we can number it question 1 like this. Perfect. There's no problem with that. Come to the second one, you can just click on this and number it question 2. And do that as well. So now we move on to the question 3. So we can just edit this one as well and say whatever question you have, you can just do that. Okay, what is the full meaning? Okay, something like I need a very short question. Okay, let me use my previous questions again. So anything that has weight, let me do that. Okay, this ICT, so let's just go for ICT basic questions, right? Okay, all the following are part of MS Office suite packages except perfect. So we have our questions here. So this should be question 3 if I'm right. Question 3. So we get our packages here. So we have MS Word, then MS PowerPoint. Okay, then here we have MS Corel Draw. Okay, MS Corel Draw. Let's change this to capital S. And the last one, MS Excel. Okay, MS Excel. Perfect. So now let's move on to the last question here. So question 4, and just say question 4 like this, Then we can just what question will be appropriate for this. Which of the following is not an ICT tool? Okay, we can say that which of the following is not an ICT tool. Perfect. So with that, we have our possible answers here. I can say digital camera, and then here I'll just edit it and say mobile phone. I can come here and see, sorry, let me just undo this and bring it back. Can edit and say computer. Then the last one, I'll just give it something like a refrigerator. Okay, let me give it something like switch. Okay, switch, something like this. Perfect. So we have our questions set. So you can add more questions if you want. Okay, you can add more questions. So with that, you know what I've just said, you duplicate the question here and then make sure you have, after every question, you have the correct answer slide following it. So that is it. So now let's begin linking things together now. So let's click the first slide. So once we just make sure, don't select the text, select the shape. Okay, we are going to link it to what the first question. So with that, we go to the insert tab and come to actions here. Then you come to a hyperlink and then you choose this. Then you go to slide dot, and then we link it to the third slide. And the third slide happens to be the question 1. You can see the preview here. So you click on OK. So click on OK. So that will link it to the question 1. Okay. So that is that. Now that will be the first slide. Now let's come to this the wrong answer slide. So whenever you get a question wrong, you would have to revisit the question again. So to do that, let's select the shape, then we go to the insert tab here, then on actions tab here, and we go to hyperlink, then we click on this drop down arrow here. So we would want to link it to what? Last viewed slide. Okay, the last viewed slide is the slide you just finished answering the question and then you got it wrong. So that will be the last view slide. Okay, last slide view. So you just choose that and then click on OK. So that will be that as well. So now once we are done with that, we come here. So on the various possible answers here, all the wrong answers should be linked to the slide 2 to tell you that the answer is actually wrong. Okay, so when you choose a wrong answer, it will link you back to the slide 2 to tell you that wrong answer. So retry. So let's go for the wrong answers. So you have the first one, so you just select it, go to the actions here, come to hyperlink, then you choose this and then you link it to slide 2. So you come to slide ... you choose slide 2, then you click on OK, click on OK. The first wrong answer. Second one is also wrong. So you choose it, go to action, you come to hyperlink, and then next slide, go to slide ... you choose slide 2, click on OK, click on OK. This is the correct answer. So the correct answer should link you to what? The next slide, and the next slide will be this particular slide, the slide 4. So on that slide you see what? Next question, then you move to the next question. That is the deal. So you just, the correct answer is selected, we are linking it to the next slide. So you go to actions here, you come to hyperlink, and then the next slide is already selected. So if you want to be sure, you choose next slide and then click on OK, click on OK. So we have that as well. And also you select the last slide here, then you go to actions here, and then you click on hyperlink, and then you link it to slide 2 also. So click on that, because that one is also a wrong answer. You link it to slide 2 and then you click on OK, click on OK. But now for us to achieve all this, so that no one can move to the next slide, and so you click on a hyperlink before you can navigate from one slide to the other, we have to do some settings here. So let's come to the slideshow and come to the slideshow, or set up slideshow like this. Then you come to browse at a kiosk screen, so like this. So with these settings, you can move from one slide to another without clicking on the hyperlink, and all the slides are linked together using hyperlinks, and that is the only way you can move from one slide to the other. So with this option, if you press any of the, whether a mouse, you click on the mouse, you can't move from one slide to another. Even if you use the keyboard control keys, okay, the arrow keys, you can't still move from one slide to another. You can only move through what? Hyperlinks. So that is that. So you click on OK. So once we are done with the settings, we are okay with that as well. So now we move to this one. So we're going to link this one to the next slide. Okay, so this one is going to be linked to the next slide immediately after it, and that will be the next question. So we select this shape now, go to the insert tab, come to the insert tab, you come to actions, come to hyperlink, and then you choose next slide, and then you click on OK. So that will navigate you to next slide. So the next slide will be another question, that is question 2. Okay, so we're going to link all the wrong answers to the slide 2 again, and then link the correct answer to the next slide, which will say the correct answer. Okay, so that is the idea. You can see how cool it is. So the first answer, which of the following is not an input device? We all know mouse is an input device. So we select it, go to action. So we're going to link it to what? Let me see the question again. Which of the following is not? Okay, so we all know the correct answer, which is an input device, which is a monitor. That is the correct answer. That is the one which is not an input device. So this is the wrong answer here. So yes, link it to this slide. So select it, actions, hyperlink, and then just click on this slide ... choose slide 2, click on OK, click on OK. Monitor is the correct answer. It is not an input device. So we link it to what? The next slide here. So you select it, go to actions, hyperlink. You can see the next slide is already selected. Then you click on OK. This is also a wrong answer. So we are linking it to this slide. So select it, go to actions. The action is on insert tab. Don't forget of that. Come to hyperlink. Then we link it to slide 2, wrong answer, click on OK. Then we come to the last one, which is also an input device. Select it, wrong answer. So actions, hyperlink, click on this, slide dot dot dot, choose this, click on OK. Okay, so perfect, we are done with this one as well. So now we move to the next slide. So on clicking the wrong answer, we can now come back to this slide now. So we would want to link this one to what? The next slide. So we just do that, just select the shape. You can just do that from beginning before even duplicating it, so that you don't have to keep doing that. Okay, I should have done all this before duplicating them. That would have been the best option. So you can just select it, go to actions now, you come to hyperlink, then you want to go to next slide, and then you click on OK. So this will move you to the next question. So this is the next question, question 3. So we are going to link all the wrong answers to the slide 2 as usual, and then the correct answer to the next slide. Okay, so all the following are part of the MS Office suite packages, okay, except, or package, it should be package here, except, okay, so MS Word is actually part, okay, except the answer, this is the correct answer, is MS Correct Draw. So we choose this one, we're linking it to the slide 2. So we select it, actions, hyperlink, select this, slide dot dot dot, then slide 2, click on OK. Okay, select this one, actions, hyperlink, this, slide dot dot, slide 2. Okay, okay, this is the correct answer. So we are linking it to the next slide. So select it and quickly move to actions, and then select this, and then this is the next slide, and then click on OK. This is going to be linked to the slide 2 once again, which is the wrong slide, the wrong answer slide. Select it, actions, hyperlink, this, slide dot dot dot, slide 2, click on OK, and then OK here. So now that we are done with that, we are moving to the next slide now, this one. So we're going to select it again, and this should move us to the last question, okay, or the next slide. Okay, so it could be your last question, it could be that the next slide, whatever. So you come to actions here again, hyperlink, you want to choose next slide, it's already selected, you click on OK. So that will move us to this one now. So on the fourth question again, so we look at the wrong answers and link them to slide 2 again. Which of the following is not an ICT tool? Digital camera is 1, so we are linking it to what? The wrong answer, because it's a wrong answer. It is an ICT tool. So select it, actions, hyperlink, this, and then slide dot 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 dot, slide 2, then you click on OK, then OK. Select mobile phone, it's an ICT tool, actions, hyperlink, click on this, slide dot 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 dot, link it to slide, the wrong answer slide, then you click on OK. Computer is also 1, so select it, actions, hyperlink, this, slide dot dot dot, slide 2, this. So this is actually the correct answer, which is switch, which is not an ICT tool. We select it, and that will move us to the last slide here. So select it, and then action, and you click on hyperlink, then it should be next slide, and that will bring us to this slide now. So you click on OK, so perfect, and that brings us to the last slide here. So with the last slide here, we would want to exit the quiz on this. So we select this shape now, go to action, hyperlink, choose this, and go to end show. Okay, this, and that will exit everything. So once we are done with everything and make sure everything is up and running, we can try it before even saving it. Okay, but before that, it's even advisable we save it first. So we're going to save it to PowerPoint show. With the PowerPoint show, it means that you can't edit our slides, you can't do anything, you can only view it, you can only preview it and answer the questions and exit. You can't do anything. So to do that, we go to file option here, go to save as here, we would want to choose desktop quickly, then we choose PowerPoint show here, we have it, PowerPoint show here, there's it, PowerPoint show, just choose that, PowerPoint show. So once we are done, you can give it a name like KTCC quiz, let me give it that way, KTCC quiz, perfect, let me give it all caps, quiz, KTCC quiz. So desktop, so click on save. So we can now close this one now. So let's locate it, we have it here, which says KTCC quiz. So once we launch it, let's see what's going to happen. So we have this now, it says what? Welcome to quiz, try to answer all questions, start quiz. So click on this. So the first question says what is the product of 5 and 5? Let's choose the wrong answer. So it says that, it says what? Wrong answer, retry. So you go back to the same question again. Let me choose another wrong answer. It says what? Wrong answer, retry. So we go for this. So let me choose the correct answer now. So once I choose the correct answer, it will send me to this slide. It says correct answer, next question. Which of the following is not an input device? Okay, so you know, mouse is correct. Mouse is an input device, so it's the wrong answer. So retry. Keyboard, retry. So the correct answer is monitor. So you choose that and you go to correct answer. So the next question now. All the following are parts of MS Office suite packages or package except MS Word is part. So it's a wrong answer. Wrong answer. So this is the correct answer. Correct row. So you choose that. Now the last question, which of the following is not an ICT tool? We all know it is switch, which is the correct answer. So it says what? Correct answer. So that's the last question. It says what? Good job done. Congratulations. So once I click on this, it will exit the quiz, and that is that. You see how powerful and simple it is to create a very simple quiz in PowerPoint. Now this is just for beginners. Okay, we have other things we can do to improve on this particular application. You know, talking of adding a sound, you can add a very cool background sound to it. You know how to do that. You can watch our previous tutorials and then you see how that is done, right? We can also keep track of the timing, and with that we need to learn this VBA to be able to write some codes to be able to keep track of all that. There are a lot of things we can improve, we can add to improve on this particular application, but like I said, that will be the advanced level. So you can try using the hyperlink procedure to create your own quiz in your own way. You can just try following something like this and see how it's going to happen. Okay, so basically that is that, and this brings us to the end of this powerful tutorial. Thank you for watching and see you